Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is FIRDAUS bin AMRAN and my matrix number is A20A1524. Today, I would like to present about introduction. The COVID-19 outbreak in Malaysia has had a considerable impact on the economy, culminating in a depreciation of the Malaysian ringgit and a drop in the country's gross domestic product. Numerous vital industries, including entertainment, markets, retail, hospitality, and tourism, were also negatively impacted by the epidemic. Aside from shortage of product and services, several firms faced social isolation and lockdown limitations, which had an impact on their operation and income. The government implemented multiple modifications to the Movement Control Order (MCO), such as Recovery Movement Control Order (RMCO) and Conditional Movement Control Order (CMCO), in order to reduce the economic burden while saving lives and safeguarding people's livelihoods. The economy is collapsing, wreaking havoc on employment, wage and livelihoods, disrupting supply lines and upending enterprises, and worsening inequality, poverty, and difficulties, particularly among the urban dwellers.
Hi and Assalamualaikum madam, my name is Afrina Binti Hasan and my matric number is A20A1657. Next, I will present about economic activities. Economic activities is all the processes that take place to obtain a product, goods or services that are intended to accommodate the needs and desires of particular society. Primary sector is activity that abate raw materials directly from natural sources such as agriculture. Secondary sector is an economic activity based on raw materials such as manufacturing and construction. And tertiary sector is an economic activity that offers a wide range of services such as transport. The whole world was shocked by the spread of COVID-19 by the end of 2019, where the pandemic was first detected in Wuhan, China. Therefore, the government has declared a Movement Control Order (MCO) to reduce the rate of infection, and it has affected the employment sector. It has resulted in most companies to having to lay off their employees because they cannot cover the cost of expenses. So, it has led to an economic situation in which it will increase the unemployment rate in this country.
Assalamualaikum madam, my name is AISHAH binti MUTADZA. My matric number is A20102 and I will present about impact of COVID-19 to the economic growth. The economic growth in Malaysia in situation COVID-19 is the impact of COVID-19 to the economic growth. The impact of COVID-19 to the economic growth is high unemployment rate in Malaysia. This is because the economic growth in Malaysia and elsewhere is measured as percentage change in gross domestic product or GDP. Here, the economic growth in Malaysia has decreased because of the pandemic COVID-19 and effect to Malaysia. The cause of decrease because of Malaysia doing Movement Control Order or MCO, but this COVID-19 spread fastly and widely in Malaysia. In June 2020, Malaysia has recorded the increase of unemployment rate due to impact of the restriction to stop the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. The latest data by the Statistics Department showed June unemployment rose by 4.8% to 68,700 from 4.5% in May after 4 consecutive months of decreases. During the MCO, the unemployment rate keep increasing because of most companies such as airline manufacturing doing to cut the cost by lay off workers. The effect of COVID-19 on Malaysia's economy may be observed as the higher unemployment rate in the country. The unemployment rate in Malaysia in 2019 is 33.3%, which is total amount 508,200 jobless people in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURUL JASNI, my number matric A20A2242. Today I want to present about impact of COVID-19 to the unemployment. During COVID-19 pandemic, head of household in urban area we still struggling to find unemployment following a series of implementation of the Movement Control Order (PKP). In fact, unemployment among head of household remain higher and income remain low compared to the pre-crisis level. According to the report from the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the unemployment rate in Malaysia in May 2021 recorded more than 728,000 people. Compared to the May last year, the country recorded the higher monthly unemployment rate is 826,000 unemployed. In conclusion, there are many companies or enterprises that have suffered loss in the business, and some companies have gone bankrupt due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As a result, the company is unable to pay the employee salary and dismiss the employee immediately. It is evident that the mass layoff have contributed to the increase in the unemployment rate in Malaysia. That's all for me. Thank you.
Good day, my name is RAMIS and my matrix number is A281363. Today I would like to explain about the impact of COVID-19 on economic activity. The good impact of manufacturing is consumer goods demand has been increased. As we know, during COVID-19, the most of the workers have to stay home. The schools are shut down so that people have started spending on their consumer goods. Moreover, during pandemic COVID-19, online retailing has been increased due to they cannot go out. However, manufacturing has seen the machinery goods like machines for firms and trucks are less demand. This is because the firms are closed and only few trucks can cross the states. The needs of the machinery goods has been reduced. The next point is agriculture. Due to the COVID pandemic, there are many unemployed. They need to start their own plantation and sell it in online and farmer market. However, agriculture has a big impact in negative. They cannot transport their daily groceries due to the MCO. The unemployment make the purchasing power has been reduced. The next is tourism. During pandemic COVID-19, tourism hit hard. The government ordered no tourism when the high number of COVID cases. This is because the virus is spread vigorously in crowded place. Besides that, the government also controlled the overseas vacations. This give high impact on airline industry. The hotel lodging also have been effect. The lodging reservation of the hotel for those who paid has been postponed. This caused the lack of new reservation for the tourist places. The last one is healthcare. We all learned that in COVID pandemic-19, the health is more important than anything else. The beds are full in hospital are fully occupied, and many halls are changed to quarantine centers, so that the hospital has increased the facility and the medical supplies. People also starts to buy their COVID test kits, masks and protective goods. This helps the healthcare activity demand has increased. Thank you.
Hi and good day, madam. My name is HAZIMAH Binti HAMDAN. My number metric is A20A1734. Okay, today I'd like to present about the economy policy implementation in Malaysia. In macroeconomy, there are two types of economy. First is fiscal policy and the second one is monetary policy. It was used by government to solve the unemployment issues and prevent from economic losses. Fiscal policy is to control unemployment problem, reduce economic losses like inflation or recession. So the government used expansionary fiscal policy, which is two tools of fiscal policy: reduce tax or raising the government expenditure. For example, the government was spending RM255 billion through the economic stimulus package and recovery plan, Penjana and Kita Prihatin. The government also reduced the tax rates of permanent individual in Malaysia. Other than that, the monetary policy refers to the central bank stimulus the economy into faster growth or slow growth due to concerned issues. The government implement the expansionary monetary policy. This policy will increase in money supply and total spending in country. The government focus on ensure liquidity in bank system so that the average overnight interbank rate remain around the OPR level at 1.75% in 2021 and 3% in 2019. That's all for me.
Last but not least is conclusion. None of this is going to be simple. To begin with, it will be pricey. The government's deficit objectives will have to be exceeded. Eventually, difficult decisions on how to increase tax revenues will need to be made though. In addition, a great deal of political willpower will be necessary. As previously stated, some policy action may need to use of a special or emergency legislative session to evade or change specific laws such as restriction on government borrowing to fund operational expenditure and restriction via the employment insurance system. After all, the current COVID-19 issue will be overcome eventually aggressive public health measure, but the economic scars it leaves behind will be extremely long-lasting without a suitable broad and forceful budgetary reaction. As a result, the government must create having multiple programs to support the public, such as wage subsidy programs. This action must be contingent on companies ensuring that their employee will be retained, that their salary will not be decreased, and they will be required to take at least 6 months of unpaid leave within 3 months of receiving subsidies and 3 months thereafter. That's all from me. Thank you.